Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. Now this is the full review on the Edgar Brothers Arms XV2. This is a very economical air rifle. It's pre-charged and do you know what? It's actually very welcoming and easy to use. So I'm going to go through it all as you see it. It comes in a full hard case. And if I flip this case open, you'll see what's in there. Ignore the pellets, ignore the scope mounts and things, but you get this connector, which is not actually a Foster connector, although it does look similar. And this is what charges your rifle. You get 3 12-shot magazines. But I'll get the gun out now and let's have a good look at this and I'll tell you about it in all the detail I found out. So the rifle's available in 177 or 22 and you can have it in black, flat dark earth or bronze coloured. It's a sub 12, it's not regulated, so you do need to be a little bit wary of your power curve and your pressure fill on it. It says it's rated up to 250 bar, but don't make the mistake like I did of filling it to 250 bar. It wants filling to about 125 bar, then all the way down to about 50 bar you're going to get good consistent velocities, and this one for me was generating 590 feet per second, which came in at 11.3 foot-pounds with these pellets, which are 14.66 grains in the 22 caliber. It's a 500cc buddy bottle and you're going to get about 150 to 200 consistent shots out of that. And the big joy is that if you do need to manually pump fill these bottles, obviously with usual dry air, because you don't need massive pressure from the gun, you can get that without having to go off and have a diving bottle filled every time. Your fill gauge is on the right side here, and that's the one you need to be wary of. So I personally put a bit of tape on it just to mark it about 125 bar, so I didn't overfill it from my diver's bottle. The left side filling adapters here, it looks like a Foster, but it isn't actually a Foster, but it does fit the connector that you get sent with it, and it works very well. You've got Picatinny rail on the underside, and here you've got the cutout for the mag slot. There's a Picatinny rail on top for scope mounting, which is ideal, gives you great alignment, great positioning on the stock, and the stock is AR-15. It goes from 13-inch length of pull up to 16-inch length of pull, which is 330 to 408 millimeters, and it goes in 4 stages, so you can set that to exactly how you want it. And it's also got adjustable cheek piece, so you can change the cheek piece height position. I actually found it better with it all the way down, and I actually had to put taller scope mounts on than the ones that were loaned to me, so I could get a good cheek position with it. But that's fine, and that's how you'll set it up for your preferences for your rifle. Back end's got a rubber recoil pad. There's no real recoil, but it does grip very nicely into your shoulder. And as I say, up to 16 inches, that's pretty long for anybody. I mean, 14 inches is about what I usually use on most of my rifles, and I found it very accessible to use. The stock's got multiple locations for mounting sling points, and of course you can add anything to the Picatinny you want on the front. Now I'll just show you the trigger in operation. It's side lever cocking, so that comes back, goes back forwards, and you've got safety catch on the trigger here. So you push that through that way for safe, this way for fire, and the trigger breaks in 2 stages. So squeeze it gently there, that brings you up to the first stop, and then 550 grams gives you that safe dry fire there, which is 20 ounces, and that's going to work really well. It's consistent and it's nice and easy to use in the field. The grip is an AR-15 style. This is rubberized and it's incredibly tactile, so you can hold the gun with one hand if necessary, and it's certainly very stable in use. Of course, being a buddy bottle with a barrel over top, it's got quite a tall stack design, but that's quite common to a lot of air rifles now, and it does mean that if you're shooting prone, you've got great support from your elbows on the floor like that. The groups I shot you can see here at 20 metres on paper. I'm more than happy with that for a hunting rifle, and as I say, it will give you up to 200 shots with that level of consistency. But personally, do you need that many in one go? Probably not. You might as well just refill after 100 shots or pump the bottle up after 100 shots, and that way you're compressing that use of the power curve you've got and it makes it even more consistent. This rifle will soon become available with a regulated version, and that's a little bit more expensive. Some people will like that, other people are happy to use this one because it's a great introductory rifle to new shooters. Now I'm just going to show you how to load the magazine because it's very simple. Essentially, you turn the magazine clockwise all the way around with this plate here, and you drop one pellet in position, and that preloads the spring. You then turn it back and fill up each subsequent one of the 12 slots, and that means that when the actual magazine's in operation, click it back round there, slot it into the gun, and that means when the magazine's in operation it will load backwards and forwards and automatically rotate. The barrel is 480mm long and it's fully shrouded and silenced, so it is a very quiet rifle in use, and I was quite happy with it for hunting, shooting squirrels and a few pigeons around the farm. I think this is going to be an ideal plinking rifle for anybody, and you're going to enjoy using it massively. The versatile length of pull on the stock down to 13 inches means that shorter shooters can use it, and it's 3.3 kilograms in overall weight without the scope, which is 7 pounds 7 ounces. So smaller shooters aren't going to have too much of a problem with this, and of course you can put a bipod or a rest bag, bipod onto the Picatinny rail or a rest bag under the bottle, and you've got a really stable, safe shooting platform for new shooters or experienced shooters alike. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching that review. Please like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell and keep track of my regular uploads. If you go all the way through to the end of the video, there's a link to the 2024 British Shooting Show, and that's the link to click on to buy your tickets. Maybe see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.